A dot plot is another graphic representation of the data, and a dot plot just groups the data as little as possible, and the identity of the individual observations is not lost. It's essentially a line with the values across the horizontal, across the x value, and then you stack up a dot on each of the values that you have a count for that value. And we'll go ahead and start making one with our Applewood data. Applewood auto group data. It has the age of each car buyer for that particular month. So we're going to use that, the age, to create a dot plot. So we have our age column here and our observation number here, just so we know where we are. We go into our add-ons, or add-ins, excuse me, up to Megastat. Go into a Descriptive Statistics, and I cheated already, the information was already in there. But what we'll do is we'll go into the input range, with or without clicking on this, doesn't matter, and highlight our age data. So we get all 80 observations of the age in here. Normally we have these all checked when you first open this up, but we're not going to want those, and they'll just clutter up the output screen. All we're looking at right now is the dot plot, and we leave this as auto. The max dot says at auto. Click OK, let it work, and there you have the dot plot. Just one quick note, I don't know why, but every once in a while Megastat causes problems and it won't respond to the data that you have in. There's nothing wrong with the column of data or anything with Excel. So what I find sometimes works is if you just highlight the data, copy it, and put it somewhere else, and then run the Megastat routine that you're looking for. So instead of using the data over here, we can go ahead and use the data right here. Select all that data, and this time let's just get some of this. Well, just so you can see what it looks like when it's all in there together. Now this is the original run. Actually, here's the original run, excuse me. And then down below is where it places the next run, which is what we just ran. And we have the mean and the additional descriptive statistics that were given from Megastat. You'll notice that the dot plots both look the same though. So either way works. Now, one thing you'll note that once Megastat makes the chart or the dot plot, it is an Excel chart item. So you can do things like you would with a normal Excel chart. You can expand it, you can stretch it either way, grab the corner and stretch it if you'd like. What this does is it gets it spread out just a little bit more. This may be a little bit too tight to read what's going on and how many dots you have in each location. But if you spread it out, you can see it very clearly. So we have here an indication of all of the ages for that particular month from the Applewood Auto Group. So what can we tell about this? What's the maximum age? Well, here's our age bar. Our horizontal axis, or our x-axis, has the ages on there. So what might be our maximum age? Well, we have the nice tick marks in here from 55 to 56, 7, 8, 9, 60, and there's one dot right above the 58. So our maximum age is 58. Now, what's our minimum age? Well, that's pretty easy too. It's 25. We'll also note there's only one observation, or only one person who bought a car in each of those ages. Now, what do we have in the rest? There seem to be several, and except for a few cases where there are only one. So what is the range of ages? We went from 58 to 25. So we just subtract 25 from 58 and we get 33. So our range is 33. Now what else can you tell from a dot plot? You can see here that we have several observations here. So what's the most frequent observation that we see? Well, we just look at the top. What's the top here? Well, it looks like we actually have a bimodal distribution. In other words, two ages have the most, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 observations, or 6 people that had the age of 46, or 6 people who were 46 years old and bought a car. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 who were 51. And you can see that very clearly and quickly using a dot plot.